school. However, it had a stirring rebirth when Myrtle Craft uh, began showing old. Well, she did open a library there, sort of. I don't believe that at that time we got any help from the county or anything. It was strictly a volunteer thing. But she would get old Marx Brothers and somebody in Hardy and
Oh, Laurel and Hardy
yes, those old
films.
rickety films, and show them once a week. And
Was this in the evening, like a Friday night?
it
or-
was in the evening.
Oh,
and-
what a great idea.
And there were some books, and Myrtle lived up on top of the hill above the above the Portal store on the other side of the creek. Myrtle and Ted, they were both from the East. He was a professor of, I think, literature. I don't believe biology. He was a different.
Unusual around here.
Yeah, and she had wrangled horses over at the Faraway Ranch for a while, and that evidently is how they met. He was on vacation and met her. And there's an amusing story about the Faraway by Ruth Morse, no relation to my husband, but she was the assistant director down at the research station for quite a long time during Vince Ross' time. And she, I believe, is still living over at Pierce Sun Sites over in that area.
Oh,
She has been back over here a time or two. But she wrote a real entertaining story about Miss Lillian, the blind lady who ran the Faraway at that time. Really a woman of iron. And her cowboys and how Myrtle got along with them, which we won't go into here. So
So the library, she got the library started.
she got the
had
library
movies.
going, and then they did begin, the county, I guess the county did get involved, the county library, and I think they began to send books, and they gave her a small stipend, which she spent on stuff for the library. We didn't really have a, the you might say head librarian would get a small monthly allowance or stipend or whatever you want to call it. But the first time they really paid anybody was when Todd Malone did it, and he was succeeded by Kathleen. But he was our first paid librarian. And of course, the library has changed a lot. It's been renovated and cleaned up, and but it was built as a. It was an adobe built in 1930,